when we think about creativity, somehow the image that comes to our mind is a slightly esoteric one. So at least for me, the image that comes to my mind is, my mind goes back to my college, actually school days, when, we used to have this Mile Sur Mera Tumhara, there used to be this song on TV. And I remember Bhimsen Joshi sitting by the riverside singing. And then Ustad Zakir Hussain, Are Huzur wa Taj boliye, Taj Mahal ke samne, tabla baja rahe hain. Somehow the image of creativity is that it is something very distant, very unrelatable, very inaccessible, and we think, if you're a genius like Mozart, I mean, he composed, full musical pieces by the time he was 5 years old. Somewhere we feel that either you've got to be a genius or you've got to be sitting in some other stratosphere, composing your ragas or, painting or something like that. So that's the first question. Is creativity really that inaccessible and remote, or is it something that all of us, each one of us, can somehow bring into our lives? Now, if you just take a step back and look around us, we see creativity and beauty everywhere. So, when a sapling grows into a plant, when a bud turns into a flower, when a plant grows into a tree, all of that is nature's creative forces at work. So somewhere that creative force is present all around us, and yet it seems somehow inaccessible to us. हमें लगता है कि यार मैं कोई शायर थोड़ी बनने वाला हूँ, मुझे क्या करना है creativity से, right? That's the thought that comes to a lot of our. If you look at a lot of creative people, and these don't have to be artists, they can be scientists or anything else, many of them retained the sense of wonder till much later in life. So whether it was Swami Vivekanand, whether it was Marie Curie and her work on radioactivity, even more recently, Elon Musk and his, when he first said we've got to go and, build a colony in Mars, now it seems like a childish fantasy somehow, but he's working towards it. So somewhere, Akio Morita, the founder of Sony, he was obsessed with electronics almost like a kid. Walt Disney, he fell in love with his characters. So many of these creative people somehow have retained that sense of joy and wonder from their childhood. But somewhere for many of us, as life responsibilities, बच्चे का board exam, bosses, deadlines, targets, if you're running a business, then यार वो supplier तंग कर रहा है, client ने, पैसे नहीं दिए, bank से financing नहीं मिला, something, all these things somehow cloud that magic. And that's why the topic today is unlock your creativity, because all of us have this creative instinct, but somewhere उस पे ताला लग गया है. We have to unlock it.